What a gorgeous set that is. My goodness. Happy Friday the 13th. We already know this is your lucky day because you're watching me. What a glorious day to be alive. Sure beats being dead. At least that's what I hear through my Ouija board. But being dead can only mean one thing. You'd have to vote Democrat. So let's talk about a cranky jackass who screams at people, and for once, I'm not talking about this guy. I'm talking about Patti LuPone. She's a Broadway star and a loud, nasty one. She's been around a while. She was in Cats when they were still kittens. But apparently she thinks her doesn't stink, but your breath does. The Broadway crank was caught on camera screaming like an old coot at a theater goer whose mask had slipped beneath her nose on Monday night following a performance of her hit musical Company. Here's a clip of that musical. That goes on for 4 hours. Frankly, I don't see the appeal. But her diatribe was recorded by people in the audience. Roll it, Deucey.
Put your mask over your nose. That's why you're in the theater. That is the rule. If you don't want to follow the rule, get the out.
Wow. And just like North Koreans after Kim Jong-un finishes a speech, the audience clapped. She continued.
Who do you think you are if you do not respect the people that are sitting around you?
Yeah, there are people sitting around her, by the way. Keep in mind, she's not wearing a mask while she was yelling, which is either hypocrisy or a good thing, depending on how you feel about her face. Now, the audience member yelled back, "I pay your salary." So let's play that back and forth, Kilmeade.
Salary. You pay my salary. Chris Harper pays my salary. Excuse me. Who do you think you are? Just put your mask over your nose.
Why would she bring Chris Harper into this? Who the hell is he? Anyway, allegedly, she then stormed out with a pack of white cheddar crackers, which is typically racist. So where do you stand on this? Do you think she was right to humiliate a customer because her mask slipped? I mean, who the hell does she think she is, a Delta flight attendant? Never forget. Or was she being an elitist snob who delights in flaunting the huge power gap between the unmasked and the masked? Well, when I can't make up my mind, I watch The View. And whatever comes out of their fang-filled mouths, I take the opposite stance. They live in a bizarro world where up is down, fire is wet, and Joy Behar is considered a comedian.
Going to the theater.
Yeah.
Put the mask over your nose. You don't want to infect the people on the stage who are not wearing masks. You know, there's a way to just do it right.
Yeah.
Why are you agitating Patti LuPone?
That woman was stupid. I'd rather fight with the Taliban than Patti LuPone. So many people said, I want to go back to, you know, what it used to be like, and I want to go back to normal, whatever that looks like for you. Yet the simple ask of putting on a mask is too much for some. Look at our beautiful audience. Everyone has a mask.
Please don't show us your audience.
Wow.
They have a voice of an angel, a hell's angel, being dragged over an acre of broken glass without pants. Boy, if there was ever a show where the talent's faces should be covered. If they wear masks, they should be filled with oats. I don't even know what that means. Would say, how dare you clap at that? How dare you clap at that misogyny?
Shame on you all.
Shame on all of you. I think we now learned a big lesson.
I sure did.
But every fatuous celebrity agrees the audience is gross and must wear masks so the talent doesn't have to. It's the elitist grift, gain power and wealth to exempt yourself from the rules you demand from others. If they had their way, you'd be on lockdown forever. You'd be home from work forever. You would wear masks forever. You know, the way their role models in the Chinese government handle it. And why? Because they think they're better than you. They can go to benefit galas. They can have servants trail behind the Hillarys of the world, holding her train. And no, not the one Joe Biden still plays with under the Christmas tree. And no, not the one Bill Clinton participates in under the Christmas tree. They can go.
Yep.
They can go to pricey restaurants, maskless, and get waited on by the masked. And now, just last night, here's LuPone at the Tony Awards nominees event. I wasn't invited. Without a mask. Clearly, she wants everyone to die. But what a clear marker of status. You can see my mouth, but I can't see yours. You servant, me master. The message, you're doing it to protect me from you and your modern-day leprosy. Now fetch me a roll, or I'll have you fired from your peasant work. Hold on a second. Sir? Yeah, you, young man, in the polo shirt, in the second row. Where's your mask? I told you to put on your mask. Put it on. Put it on. Great. Thank you. Now, remember to meet me after the show at my hotel. It's the same deal as before. Don't forget the Cool Whip, or you don't get a tip. So anyway, LuPone's outburst is further proof we live in two worlds. But it's not a racial divide or a gender divide. It's been what it's always been, the elites versus the rest of us dirty, grimy commoners. I think we now see whose mask has really slipped. Theirs. That's why I don't go to musicals. If I want to pay money to have an angry lady yell at me, I'll just go to Judge Janine's house. Let's welcome tonight's guests. He's so patriotic, he donates his hair to bald eagles. Co-host of Fox and Friends Weekend, Pete Hickson. Her smile's always pearly, and she's on air too damn early. Fox and Friends first co-host Carly Shimkus. She's like a slice of Wonder Bread, thin, white, and already baked. Fox News contributor Kat Timm. And finally, children use his shoes as bumper cars. My massive sidekick in the NWA World Television Champion, and National Bookseller Tyrant. What did I just say? Pete, looking good today, as always. I put you up around an 8 tonight.
Well, thank you.
Usually you're between a 7 and a 9, so I gave you a good 8.
This studio's a 10, though, I'll tell you that.
It certainly is. It's jacked me up.
Wow.
Beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. You know what else is beautiful? You.
Oh, thank you.
But their logic is they're telling their audience, you wear these so we can perform. But isn't that an artificial divide? Because you don't need to wear them. It's crazy. It's actually, they're pretending it's science, so they don't wear them, but you do.
Well, yeah, exactly. And we already know that most of the masks the audience is wearing are cloth masks, which we know don't work. You see, it is the ultimate virtue signal. If they could replace a cloth diaper over their face with just a button that says, I'm better than you, that would work out well for everybody.
Yes.
And yet, it's Trump derangement syndrome was one thing. This is COVID derangement syndrome. They can't let it go. And the other thing is, if the vaccines work so well, which they worship, then we should all be just fine.
Exactly.
But if they had not originated from Donald Trump, then you can play this game too much. But in this case, if the vaccines had not come from Donald Trump and they didn't, and we were all getting COVID even though we were vaccinated, they would say they don't work.
Right.
The vaccines don't work, and they would be talking about adverse conditions. So they always have a double standard, which is the only standard the left has, is double standards.
Yes.
And in this case, I feel bad. Everywhere I go where I don't have to wear a mask and someone else does,
I feel bad.
I say, excuse me, if you'd like to remove your mask, you absolutely can.
Except at that club we go to, huh? I wish I had a vaccine against your charm. Carly, technically, the audience member is correct. They do pay her salary.
Yes.
I mean, the people in the audience right now, they pay our salaries.
Yeah, and thank you guys so much for coming.
Just don't grow up.
You guys get the round of applause, for sure. We love you. But yeah, you know, if COVID is such a life-threatening danger to this person that she stops a Broadway show to yell at somebody in the audience 50 feet away from her who doesn't have their mask just over their nose, then maybe she shouldn't be in public. And that's fine. Everybody's got their own risk assessment, but the world could be just too much of a dangerous place for her. Or it could not be about COVID at all or following the science. It has everything to do with just claiming the moral high ground. And the thing that I found so interesting is the media just absolutely ate that up because every single headline was Patti LuPone.
Yeah.
Not LaBelle.
No, LuPone.
For a while, I thought it was Patti LaBelle. I was like, oh, that's interesting.
Oh, I guess they all look alike, don't
Patti
they?
LuPone stops Broadway show to yell at anti-masker, which is a politically charged phrase. So essentially, they're saying, congratulations, good job for yelling at smelly Walmart shopper, Trump follower. She did the right thing.
Yeah, exactly. You know, Kat, I've been wondering about this. What would you have done if, I mean, this is pretending that you would actually.
I would never be there because it wasn't even just a Broadway show. It was a Q&A about a Broadway musical. So that's like the biggest group of losers in the world.
One step removed from something already odious.
Yeah, already horrible. And I don't even care if I piss these people off because I don't want to hang out with you anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
Oh, sorry. What was your question?
I don't know. Well, let's say, okay, let's put it another way. What if you had to cover it for Fox, so you were in the audience against your choice, and your mask got down, and the crazy lady started yelling at you?
Well, that I wouldn't mind. That would make it fun. I'd get some attention.
Yes.
I'd go on Fox and Friends and be like, I'm a victim. Yeah. It'd be great. But then I'd have to go on Fox.
You're
and
booked
Friends.
tomorrow.
Wake up early. No, I'm not. Please, I'm busy.
Wow.
Wow.
No, it has.
Wow.
It's about the hour.
Yeah, if
it's
you
not
wanna
about the show.
If you want to do a pre-tape, we'll do a pre-tape. But I don't know what morning looks
When
like.
your show is on, she's just getting ready to leave the bar.
I don't know what morning looks like. I mean, it's just, I don't like rules in general because behind every rule is the implication that I can't make a decision for myself. But the worst kind of rules are when you're asking somebody to do something that you clearly won't do for yourself.
Right.
And then just to berate and scream at somebody about that.
Yeah, she's a crazy
And she said it was an issue of that person being disrespectful, but clearly she disrespects that person. Because all the people on stage with her, she doesn't care if they breathe on her.
I know, they're packed next to her, too. They're probably all dead right now.
Uh-oh.
Never know.
I don't have any research to back that up. But I'm assuming, let's just assume they all died. And she's a monster, because she is. All right, we're going to take a break. We'll be right back.
Oh, no!
Wait a minute.
No!
We're gonna take.
I understand what a performer feels like when they're heckled by somebody. And I believe we watched the show last night. Gutfeld. Yes. Now, your staff cares about you, and they put a pad on it. But here's the funny thing. The other side does not have a pad. So,
Yes.
how you want to handle this?
I don't know. All I said was that when somebody calls somebody racist on TV, it's like getting hit with a chair. And I did say it was real.
You actually said it was not real.
Thank you, Pat. I believe the word was phony.
Yeah, something like
Phony.
that.
Well, I'll tell you what, Gutfeld.
Yes.
I will give you a pass.
Thank you.
I will give you a pass. But next time,
Yeah.
he likes to rhyme, right? It'll be your ass. But yeah, she's a horrible person. And obviously she needed some attention. I'm going to keep this right here in case you get smart.
I'll stand in for him if you need me to.
Yeah, it's not for fun. It's not for your thing, sicko.
Yeah, Hegseth. Anytime there's just a potential for a little pain, Hegseth is like, I'll take it.
Yeah, I'm not inspiring any more kids tonight. But.
Yeah, this is your 15th inoculation. Yes.
Hey, Sean Hannity here. Hey, click here to subscribe to Fox News YouTube page and catch our hottest interviews and most compelling analysis. You will not get it anywhere else.